Hello everybody, Hassan here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I want to talk about the latest B word conference that just happened today between the legendary Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, and Cathie Woods. Now, before we do that, guys, before we talk about this, please, guys, like this video, smash that like button, destroy that like button. If you haven't subscribed, guys, please do consider subscribing. It really helps this channel. And if you have any comments, input, feedback, leave it in the discussion below. We try to read every single comment out there. And guys, hit that notification bell. Our videos get to you faster. So today, this was expected. This was a conference that was scheduled, and actually, a few days ago, it was confirmed that Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, and Cathie Wood all have a live discussion in this conference today, which happened around 2 p.m. Eastern. Now, Elon Musk, obviously CEO and founder of companies like Tesla, SpaceX, Cathie Wood, CEO and founder of the legendary fund called ARK Invest, and Jack Dorsey is the CEO and founders of Square and Twitter. And obviously, everybody knows Square and Twitter by now. Square is a very, very big player in the Bitcoin world. But putting that aside, this live discussion was amazing, full of hidden gems out there. I am so happy that these three individuals got together and made it happen. I think this is extremely important for the community in Bitcoin, even in cryptocurrencies just in general, right? But for Bitcoin, this was amazing because they tackle several points in this conference, in this live discussion. And the whole conference has some breakout sessions from different speakers. But for this 1 hour conversation, they tackle so many points. And I sort of took some notes and some notable quotes there. And I think it's really worth it talking about some of those. So, first of all, Elon Musk actually disclosed that he owns Bitcoin, Tesla owned Bitcoin, and now this is breaking news. SpaceX also owns Bitcoin. This has never been known before. We knew that SpaceX was basically having some sort of mission with Dogecoin, but this is confirmed. SpaceX now officially owns Bitcoin. Another note there is that he also mentioned that he has significantly more in terms of Bitcoin compared to Dogecoin, and he also disclosed that he also owns some of Ethereum. Now, he called having Dogecoin and Ethereum minor compared to Bitcoin. So his holdings in Bitcoin is significantly more, right? He repeated that a couple times in the conference discussion. And what I also wanted to talk about is his T-shirt. There, the T-shirt was basically evolution of money, right? And basically, if you guys watch that the video again, you'll see his T-shirt. You'll see it's really evolution of money. You see like how we went from a caveman sapien to what we are today, and there's a big logo of Bitcoin in the person in today. So that's what he means as evolution of money. Obviously, it's more of a joke, more of a troll type of T-shirt. Elon is known to do that. So Elon also mentioned that Tesla will most likely resume accepting Bitcoin as transactions. We know that earlier this year, Tesla completely stopped all transactions with Bitcoin, and Elon sort of defended that, saying that he saw that energy usage and so on was going in a direction that he and Tesla did not believe it was worth pursuing in terms of accepting transactions. And obviously, Tesla's mission is to accelerate the adoption of renewable energy sources. But that's another topic for another day. We believe that statement is unfair. And actually, Cathie Wood and Jack Dorsey did an amazing job. Obviously, Square, Crypto, and ARK Invest have worked and have cooperated together to sort of publish a paper all about energy usage. And we sort of linked that page in one of our previous videos. If you guys are interested, you can definitely watch it. So that was good. Obviously, Jack is a huge support of Bitcoin. He talks a lot about how he believes in open source. He believes in Bitcoin, the mission of Bitcoin, allowing different nations around the world, such as Ethiopia, Nigeria, and some of the African regions, for example, to really benefit from the Bitcoin network. And what I really found also interesting about Elon is that he mentioned Lightning Network, which is basically on the second layer of Bitcoin's network. He talked a lot about Lightning Network. Actually, I think he's the only one who actually mentioned the Lightning Network, if I recall. So that's really interesting. And Elon, obviously, he started the whole thing with saying that he has experience, obviously, with his past experience with PayPal and before PayPal came about with X.com. He's always been interested with finances, and he even expressed like his discontent with how in Europe, Tesla banks in Europe, all right, with the banks that they have there affiliated with, they have negative interest rate. So basically, Tesla as a company has to pay European banks to hold cash, which is absolutely crazy if you think about it. In 2021, you have to pay a bank for them to hold your cash. And if Elon is stating that in a discussion like this, right, where it's all about Bitcoin, it's all about the progress of Bitcoin, the outlook, the concerns, I think that speaks volume, guys. I think he's talking a lot more. He has some frustrations again, the fiat currency. We know he said it in the past, but this is the first time he sort of opened up with some of these discontent comments, right, about European banks, negative interest rate. How he also mentioned, I believe he also mentioned something about how government's interference with money is a source of error, right? Very interesting point, quote, guys. You want to keep that in mind when you see these types of statements, right? This is coming from someone who is one of the richest person in the world that has so much experience in different industries, and it was involved with digital finances in the past. And he's basically stating, hey, if government interferes with money, that's because it's a source of error. So what does it say about the Bitcoin network, digital decentralized finances? What does it say? So I mean, I'll let you guys wonder about that. Also, Jack said something really, really interesting. He said, you don't have to trust to go in. You don't have to trust Bitcoin at all. You can just verify it through the source of code or whatever your appetite is. So we always talk about this. Don't trust, verify. That's really the code that's used across all decentralized cryptocurrencies, specifically with Bitcoin. You don't have to trust anybody. You can just verify it through the ledger, through the source code. And that's exactly where we are heading. Where with the technology we have in 2021, just doesn't make sense for us to pay these middlemen to take our money, take our hard-earned money, and pay them fees. Actually, Cathie Wood made a really good point. She mentioned Tonga, and we interviewed one of the lords of Tonga. If you guys are curious, watch our previous video, Lord Fuzitia, and we basically interviewed him, and we found out that Tonga, they have almost 40% of their economy through remittance, right? So that's basically Tongans sending money out of foreign overseas all the way back to the country, to local villages, local citizens, local families, and so on. And 40% is a lot, guys. And you have these players such as Western Union and these middlemen, shark types of company where they basically have a hefty fee that they take away, right? And maybe that made sense in the 60s, 70s, 80s, but in 2021, with the technology we have, with cryptocurrencies, specifically with Bitcoin on the Lightning Network, through applications such as Strike, right, which is what El Salvador did recently, we don't need any middleman to take this much fee. We can just run it all through the Bitcoin network, through the Lightning Network, and make it happen. It's almost instant, it's almost free, and it does get the job done. You don't need any middleman party to take your money, hard-earned money. So I really love how Cathie Wood brought up that. And she also mentioned some other countries such as El Salvador. There was another country too. She mentioned I forgot which. I think it was Nigeria or Nepal. I think one of those two. So very interesting, guys. You see these types of quotes being pulled. And obviously, they talk about the energy usage, and Elon went all the way talking about how Bitcoin could be utilized through nuclear energy, which is another topic for another day again. But one last thing about energy is Elon actually ran with the idea of having Starlink slash SpaceX look into how they could utilize putting nodes on Starlink's satellites, but most specifically, Elon looked into the idea of putting space heaters as a mean to mine cryptocurrencies, specifically Bitcoin, for example, right? So how we are all living in homes, in heated homes, right, during winters or whatnot, and when you turn on your space heater, what if it actually also mines a specific cryptocurrency, in this case Bitcoin, right? What if it can actually be a source of income, right? What does it do to your pockets in terms of finances, right? In terms of your financial life, right? What does it do in terms of cost, right? What does it mean in terms of HVAC, right? What does it mean in terms of home appliances? What does it mean in terms of using energy that is lost and actually converting that into something useful in terms of mining, in terms of helping the world, and in terms of decentralization of money, giving power back to the citizens, giving power back to the people. I think that's the key, guys. I think that was a huge statement from Elon Musk talking about space heater. And I think this is just amazing, the fact that he went all the way through looking with his R&D teams, looking into this possibility. And even Elon even asked, and he put Jack on the spotlight, saying, hey, how come you don't make it so that Twitter advertisers pay Twitter through cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, right? So that was crazy. I really do think this is a significant moment. I think this is great for the Bitcoin network. I think it's putting these individuals on the spotlight, saying, hey, look, Jack, if you're really a Bitcoin supporter, I understand you're doing all this work with your other company called Square. What if you actually make advertisers pay in cryptocurrencies? And we know that Elon is not a fan of advertisers. I think he really believes the ad model business is broken. The incentives are not aligned with users, with the citizens. And he's actually asking Jack, will you do it? Will you make advertisers pay in cryptocurrencies? It supports the space. Ultimately, it's great for Twitter, it's great for the users, it's great for Bitcoin. I think, and it's great for the adoption rate, right? So I think this is just amazing. There were a lot of hidden gems. Maybe I'll unpack it through different videos. I think this was amazing, guys. Hopefully, you guys found this live discussion amazing. If you didn't watch it, I'll link the video in the description below, guys. I really do think everybody should be looking into these types of live discussions. You have these billionaires on the spot. You have legendary Cathie Wood really discussing about the FUD, different topics about Bitcoin, and it's just amazing for this space. I'm really happy about this. It turned out more than what I expected. I think this is great. Again, if you guys found value from this video, guys, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, leave it in the comments below. I'm curious to see what you guys think about the whole live discussion or just the Big Word conference, right? Let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see each other in the next video. Thank you.